Here's how I made my Beetlejuice cosplay design based on this little sketch that I did. I needed structure for underneath the skirt, so I bought this panier from Grace Art. It was a bit too long, so I tied some ribbon between the bottom two hoops. I made and dyed this tutu from scratch. It was a light aquamarine coloured tulle. I used different colours of Rit Dye More to build up the colour ingredients. There's a short tutu and then there's two panels on each side that were sewn separately. These get stuffed inside the hoops. This helps to fill out the space underneath. I made this skirt to go over the top. It's made of white cotton drill and sewn over the top of that are black trapezoid shapes. I added bias binding and a waistband and it clips together with snaps. I sewed ribbons to the inside of the skirt. This means I can temporarily attach the skirt to the panier to completely hide it from view. I wanted to mix up the type of stripes in my project and I wanted a tight fitting top for underneath, so I straight up just bought this top from Amazon Basics. I quickly made this to go over the top. It's like a fake shirt with a zip down the middle so I can take it on and off really easily. I made this puff sleeved waistcoat to go over the top. The biggest challenge though was getting structure underneath these puff sleeves. I got some scrap polycotton I had, cut out the exact same pattern as my sleeves, sewed strips of white bias binding along the length of it, and filled these with synthetic whalebone which is used for corsetry. I also sewed ribbons onto the ends of both sides. These attached to loops that I sewed inside the sleeves of my waistcoat. I used hook and eyes to give the waistcoat a hidden closure. I made a standalone tie and collar out of leather. The tie itself was made from scraps of leather that I had. I chose leather with different textures and sewed them all together. The tie clips onto the collar with snaps. I made these cuffs. They're made in the same way as the waistcoat, and I added a zip down the side to get them on and off. I customised the buttons with my own fabric. I weathered the entire costume with airbrush paints from Createx. I wanted a top hat like Beetlejuice has in the animation, so I made a simple hat out of leather, painted it with Angelus leather paints, and finished with some moss. To connect the top hat to my wig, I added combs underneath with glue, and on the front there's a crocodile clip, which means it doesn't move at all. To set off the look, I got these leggings from Firewear on Amazon, and I wear these boots I have from Public Desire, where I swapped the laces for white laces. I post tutorials for my cosplays, so click follow to see more.